Time limited, easy to say yes to. That's the same thing. Doesn't take any time out of her life. If you turn out to be a dud, it doesn't cost her any money. It doesn't inconvenience her at all. He says that'll take you 30 days to learn, take you 10 days to learn how to time limit it. On my experience, most guys forget to time limit it first few times. Dealing with confirmations, he said that'll take you 60 days. Yeah, a lot of guys are very reluctant to stand up for themselves. And if you do the how to be your own best friend and take it to heart and read When I Say No, I Feel Guilty by Manuel Smith and learn how to be assertive, your life is going to get much better. You're nice to yourself and you learn how to deal with manipulation coming at you. You don't always get what you want with assertiveness, but nobody can manipulate you. And you don't start any fights either. So that's what I like about it. Easy to say yes to. Romanticism. He says that's going to take you 90 days. I'm going to come back to that one. One compliment on her accessories per conversation, especially first dates. Other men tell her she sure is pretty, or a lovely dress, or something like that. Something that she didn't earn, or she didn't express herself with, but a bracelet, a necklace, or earrings, or something she chose to look special today. And if you acknowledge them, she's going to wiggle in her panties and like it. Now it has to be genuine. As with everything you say to her, it has to be real. If you can't see it, if you don't like the earrings, you don't like the bracelet, you don't like the necklace, or you don't like her sweater, don't say anything. That's when your mom says, if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything. All right, Mom, I remember that one. Dealing with let's just be friends. That is the most common problem guys get. Get a couple of dates with somebody. Let's just be friends. Oh, gee. No, I have plenty of friends. I wasn't interested in being friends with you. I wanted to go out and have a caring, sharing, romantic affair with you. And most guys don't have the balls to do that. But you got to have the balls to say, be friends? I have plenty of friends. And just let it go at that. And see what she does with it. And I think I wrote that it works 1 out of 4 times. 1 out of 4. If you fucked up to the point where you're down to that stage, it's usually irreversible, but that technique sometimes helps you out. It also lets you keep your self-esteem without it damaging her. The first version I said to you. And who doesn't want to have a romantic sexual affair with somebody? Let's see, anybody? Nobody. Who's against that? Nobody. So women don't take offense at that. They like it. You find me fuckable. Women with kids, well, when you're first starting out, you don't get your pick of the litter. You don't get 18-year-olds never married with no kids. And actually, if she were 22 and in her last semester of college and had a job, that is the most desirable female on the planet. At 22, her estrogen is peaking. And her collagen is peaking. That's at the height of the Venus curve. Look up the Venus curve in one of my books, I don't remember which one, or you can look it up on the internet. 22-year-olds, that's the sweet spot. Women with children, you have to go out with women with children because they'll go out with you. They can't get a date either. So in this phase of learning, you go out with anybody who will go out with you. As many different women as you can. I'd like to recommend every guy do at least 20 coffee dates before he tries for a real date. I mean, 20 coffee dates with internet women only. The kind of women who will go out with you if you've never been on a date are on the internet. That's about the only place you're going to find women who will go out with you. Why are they internet? Because they can't get a date either. So they will go out with you. All you have to do is have a decent picture, which will teach you how to have. Say certain buzzwords, which we have big files on what to say and what to do. How to start a date, how to finish a date, all that. A lot of it's in my YouTube channel. But first dates are awkward for everyone. So if you've never been on a date, you got to go on many first dates until you get over the first date jitters. Usually about 20 coffee dates. Most guys feel perfectly capable of suggesting coffee to the girl that runs the Xerox machine and reproduction area. Okay, and that's fine. If she's been giving you the green lights and everything, perfectly fine. But if you don't feel comfortable doing that, or if you feel like, oh, fuck, I'll drop something, I'll move, you'll fuck it up. Don't do it until you go make those mistakes with somebody that doesn't count. It's just like playing in Little League before you play in Pony League, before you play in the VFW, before you play in college ball, before you get into minor leagues, way before you get into the pros. You've got to learn all this shit. Everybody who's successful dating went through all this shit. But most of us, like me, I started in junior high school, 6th grade, 7th grade. I was practicing, trying to get her attention, having something to say, trying to get to sit beside her in the fucking cafeteria, whatever. I was learning by doing. There were no books. Everything is in my book. I learned the hard way. There was no book before me on how to date young women. There were a lot of horseshit books out there that are full of crap, how to pick up girls. Give me a fucking break. Internet women with kids and overweight will definitely go out with you. Okay? You need to go through these women until you're relaxed on a first date. You're on time, you're shaved, your hair is combed, your teeth are brushed. You know how to shake hands with her, you know where to sit 90 degrees, you know how to carry on a conversation, you hit the ball back over the net, you give her a compliment. Your what I did, what happened, and what I wish I'd have done, 3 column exercises are getting down to where there's nothing to write. That's when you know you're ready for the real women. The real women are anybody not on the internet, okay? Women have a choice. Okay, expect nothing. Mixed drinks on the rocks. I did the 3 column exercise. Mixed drinks on the rocks. What that means is boys drink out of the beer bottle. Men drink out of a frosted glass, so they're going to have beer. But real men drink whiskey or rye or something on the rocks or straight up. So get out of your little boy mode and act like a man. This is a story I tell at workshops so you understand what expect nothing means. The student said to the master, "Why did you beat me so easily?" And the master said, "Because you expected to win." And the student says, "But master, should I expect to lose?" And the master says, "You should expect nothing." What that means is, if you expect nothing, nothing will surprise you. You'll be in the present. Okay, if you expect her to be nice or expect her to be mean, that fucks up everything. Expect nothing. Whatever happens is okay with you. You have to adopt that attitude. You're a big boy now, and after you read When I Say No, I Feel Guilty, and you get on the restricted list and look at the 54 inevitable questions for coffee dates. I think I put it in one of my books too. It's probably in the Dream Girl series in Talk With Her, I'm guessing. 54 inevitable questions. And we compiled them over the first 15 years of the fucking list. Well, the most common one in the old days was, "So, do you want to have children?" And this is on a first coffee date. And guys just were flabbergasted women to be that fucking rude. But the woman is saying, "I don't want to fuck around with somebody who just wants to fuck. I'm looking for a serious relationship." Is that you? Okay. I'll translate it for you. So you have to be prepared to answer inevitable questions. You will get a lot of help from looking in the fucking archives. In this book right here, where is it? Well, this one, first of all, you have to have the right attitude when doing this. 164 dating problems are solved in this book. Look how thick that mother is. Let's see, the most common dating problems have solutions. Steele and his titanium babes have solved 164 problems men face when they are young and don't have much experience, or when they're recently divorced men trying to get back on the market. Anyway, this is an ideal book for guys that are trying to learn from their mistakes. You might even learn from somebody else's mistake. That's the best when you can do that. But one of the quotes, I think it's in Office Politics, is Voltaire says, "Is there anyone among us who is smart enough to learn from others' mistakes?" And the answer is no. Most men have to fuck up. No matter how many times I tell them, don't do this, they do it. Don't touch the wet paint. Oh, it is wet paint. It's human nature. Men want to find out for themselves, is what Steele's selling true? So they have to fuck up a couple of good possibilities before they find out, yeah, I know what the fuck I'm talking about. And the books he recommended for all those tasks that we were looking at, the fucking archives. You have to be a member of the Steel Balls restricted list, which is now a Facebook closed group. How to Date Young Women 1 and 2. Now, let's see what he's talking about there. Review and ask questions. Oblique interest. Body language secrets. How to Date Young Women 1 and 2. The fucking archives. And The Man's Guide to Women. This is an obscure book that I sell to this day. I think it's on my website as available as a scuffed book, but I'm not sure. But I do have plenty of new ones, which you can have for the same price as a scuffed book. Phone skills, the fucking archive. And I would watch the videos I have on YouTube about phones. Talking about Her Not You, we did that. One page bio, we did that. Oh, we're talking about what books to use. So he doesn't recommend any books, he just says that. I'm saying YouTube. How to Date Young Women 1 and 2. Dealing with confirmations, let's see what he says. The fucking archives, How to Date Young Women 1 and 2. Weekly. Weekly, what he means is post weekly. When you join my restricted list, you have an obligation to post what you're doing to advance your cause with women this week. If you don't post, after a couple of weeks, I just delete you. You don't learn anything unless you tell us what you're doing and what you're going to do next time different. And I have to see that once a week, because that's giving me feedback on how my books are. Are you understanding them? Are you understanding my Zoom sessions? Are you understanding my videos? And I don't know unless you post what you're doing and what you're learning. That's how you pay me back. You give me feedback for the next book, whatever the hell it is. So don't just get on here and suck the blood out of everything. Participate. Become a man of steel balls. Share what you know. Share what you're learning. Dealing with confirmations. He thinks you're not going to be ready to do that until all this talk up here. I don't think so. I think you need to learn how to be assertive almost instantly, way back there in day one. Oh yeah, here's one I said I would come back to, romanticism.